My dear friends from New Delhi, Lok Sabha Constituency, I am Nikhil Sablania. I am filing my nomination from New Delhi Lok Sabha Constituency for 16th Lok Sabha. As you know that Lok Sabha elections are coming soon and you have to choose your representative. For this, I am one of the person who is claiming to be your representative. The New Delhi Lok Sabha, as you know, is a very reputed constituency. It is in the hub of Delhi, the center of Delhi, where our parliament is located. Most of the government employees in central government, they live in this area. Many reputed businessmen, various scheduled castes, various migrants from Pakistan, their generations, and many people which were there before 1947, like in areas Paharganj, Karol Bagh, they live in this constituency. There are 10 legislative assemblies which fall under this constituency. These are R.K. Puram, Malviya Nagar, Greater Kailash, Delhi Kent, Kasturba Nagar, New Delhi, that is Central Delhi, New Delhi, Karol Bagh, Patel Nagar, Moti Nagar, and Rajendra Nagar. Most of the people in these areas are living in Delhi for many years. Some are living for 5 generations and some are more than 5 generations. I am also a 4th generation and they are 5th generation after me also. So we are like, for past 5 generations we are in Delhi. We came here before 1900. Some came after partition and some before partition, when British decided to make this as their capital. So people from Rajasthan, they came here to work as a laborer. Then the second stock of people came from Pakistan, which was not Pakistan, that is the part which became Pakistan. So I am also one of you who wants to become your representative. My name is Nikhil Sablania. I did my schooling from JLDV Public School, Paschim Vihar. Then I did my graduation from Zakir Hussain College in Psychology, Honours. Then I did my post-graduation, 3 years post-graduation in film and TV direction and screenplay writing from Satyajit Ray Film and Television Institute, Kolkata in West Bengal. Then I worked as a film director, writer, producer and also for TV, for fictions and documentaries in Bombay and Mumbai, and then in Delhi. And for the past 4 years I am working on various social issues and own my own firm which works in print and electronic media. I also sell books, I make videos, I write blogs, I operate a lot of things on social media. So these are my activities. Now, when I decided that I will file by nomination, the thought came into my mind that I don't have any money. I don't have money even to print a big hoarding. So forget about putting big, huge hoardings all over Delhi. Sometimes 2 to 3 hoardings in a single colony Then lot of advertisements, big rallies, giving money, booze to the voters. I don't have anything. I earn hardly 30,000 rupees, 40,000 sometimes, less, sometimes more through my business, out of which I do a lot of social work. If there is some problem, I go there, I shoot with this little camera which I bought for just 6,500 rupees 2 years ago. I shoot, I upload it on YouTube and other social sites, and I spread the knowledge. This is what I do. The cheapest thing, in the cheapest means, I do whatever I can do maximum. I never thought that I don't have money so I can't do anything. If I want to do, I can do in limited means also. The main thing is the feeling. The morality should be there. So when I decided that I would go for elections, I would file my nomination, I knew that I don't have any money. Then I thought more that there are many people like me who don't have money, but they have capability. That is, they have education, they have experience of some other work, and they have morality. So if these three things are there in a person, he or she should be a representative. No matter he or she has money or not. What do people need? People need a representative who can teach them, who can do things, who has morality. These three things. But basically, who can teach, because when he works, that is also a kind of teaching. Who can teach and who has morality. These two things are required in a representative. But the elections, the procedure of selection, it is not election, it is the procedure of selection. The procedure, see, you understand, this is the procedure of selection. You select, but lot of things are done to divert your selection process. It has become like a horse trade. It has become a very spoiled way. Election Commission has recently increased the amount that to be spent in an election, in a selection process. This is very bad. I heard that in Britain they don't put even a single hoarding, a single sticker for selection. Only public debates in the areas, debates on TV, and they participate in debates, and then people decide whether they choose or not a particular representative. And representative remains very simple. But in India, the people, the British who gave us democracy after the rule of crown, now look at their democracy, their democratic values, and look at our democratic values. They gave us democracy to establish the rule of the people. But what happened here is the democracy is used to establish the rule of the crown, the princely states, the kings, the powerful. They are establishing, they are putting their own representative, they are diverting our attention, they are exploiting, manipulating the process of election. Big meetings, showing a big crowd. What a crowd can do? Tell me this thing. Do crowds have done any invention? Do crowds have created social sites? No. Individuals, their efforts, their thinking, their vision. This creates society, this creates invention, this creates a good political atmosphere. An individual who has vision, an individual who has education, an individual who can think good, who has morality, he gives to society, and further society strengthens his vision. So then I decided that I would go and file my nomination as an independent candidate, if possible, with some new party or form my own party. But I am going to file as an independent candidate from New Delhi Lok Sabha. For this, I want you to cast your vote to me, to give your vote to me. Now, then I thought that what is my motive, my purpose to become a representative? My purpose is simple. My purpose is to protect the weaker. A weaker can be anyone, a child, a woman, a handicap, a poor, anyone can be a weaker. A person who is helplessness, who is in a state of helplessness, he is a weaker. Weaker can be anyone. So my motive is to protect the weaker. From where do I got this idea? This is interesting. Lord Buddha, the Gautam Buddha, the great sage of India, he said this 2500 years ago, that survival of the fittest, what Charles Darwin said, he said 2500 years ago, that survival of the fittest is a natural phenomena, and everyone knows that whomever is the more stronger, much stronger, he or she survives. And this creates a lot of bloodshed. Now, to stop this bloodshed, to stop this process of a stronger suppressing the weaker, we have to create an equality. For this, we have to bring the weaker upward, and we have to ask the stronger to support the weaker, so that with equality, harmoniousness, harmony can be established among the people, among the society. This is my purpose for going into the election, and this is very important purpose. Unless and until one person do not look at the weaker, he never became a human. He don't know what is the problem this person is having. So this creates sensitivity in one person. A sensitive person can think of the problems. This is my motive. With you, there are a lot of things going. As I said, Election Commission has increased the expenditure limit in a selection process. Now, Election Commission should answer this thing. How they want, whom they want the representatives to be chosen. Not only the parliamentarians or this Vidhan Sabha people, MLAs, not only they run the country, but they are also IS officers, the civil servants. They also run the country. Doctors also run the country. Teachers also run the country. Now look at what has happened in the medical field. People are donating 60 lakh rupees for their medical college entrance donation. And what kind of facilities we are having? Go to some government hospital. No one wants to go to any government hospital. They know they won't get good treatment. Look at our education system. No one wants to go to government school. Government is paying higher salaries to the government servants, but they don't teach properly. So what's happening? This election commission should understand that a person who will spend lakhs of crores of rupees from either his or her own pocket or from another person's pocket, what would be his or her priority? Whether he or she would work for the people or for the money lender, or because he or she would think that he or she has spent so much, so from where he or she would take back that money. This election commission should think, and you should also ask election commission. Send letters to them, call them, tell them this is not a good thing. You can send these letters to president, tell him what kind of thing, what kind of selection process is going. How can we choose when a person manipulates our attention? See, I was a psychology student. We know how to manipulate the attention. Putting big hoardings every day, putting in your ear slogans from when you put the FM radio in your cars, they are slogans. When you put a TV, they are advertisements. So there are a lot of things. See, these are not the things which are required. As I said, I have given you example of the Britain, which established democracy here, but the means they are using are totally simple means. They are not spending any money. So what kind of means a representative adopts? These are very important to understand. Your duty is there. Your duty is not to just listen or watch these people what they are saying. Your duty is to think, to become a mindful person. You don't have to become a crowd. A crowd is a mindless entity. You can read any theories on crowd. You can study any researches on crowd. Crowd is mindless. You have to put your mind. You have to become social. You have to protect your democracy. You have to tell the people that see, we have to choose our representative. We should know our representative. We should talk to our representative. We should give our time for the selection process. Not just one day vote, every day. At least 3 months, 4 months, 6 months before the election. You call me. You call me, you call other representatives also. You talk to me, you talk to other representatives also who are claiming to be your representatives. You call us, you talk to us and know our thinking, then you decide. So you also give, either you are a rich, a poor, a middle class, it doesn't matter. You are a citizen of India. You have to participate in the democratic process of selection of our representatives. You have to take out time out of your business or job or your any profession or any education. See, if you think that money can solve anything, this is a wrong notion. Money can do nothing. It is you, the people, who can do anything. Person who is manipulating your attention for votes, he will further manipulate. He or she will further manipulate the economic things, so that if she or he is putting crores of rupees, and if she or he is elected, then what would they do? They would manipulate the economic process. They would create a situation where you have to work much harder, or where you have to run after money. Suppose they put lot of money. Suppose they are getting money from medical companies, education companies. There are a lot of manufacturing companies involved with all services. Suppose medical facilities there, and there are a lot of manufacturing companies like medicines, then instruments, manufacturing, construction companies. And suppose they take money from all these things, these companies. Then what would they do? They would spoil the public institutions. They would spoil the healthcare facilities. Likewise, if they take money from people in education, in other services like public transportation, they would further spoil the public institutions. Spoiling of public institutions means you won't get any facilities, good facilities from your own public institutions. They would create new private institutions, and then they would charge as high as they can from your pocket. This is how they can easily manipulate the economic process if they can manipulate your attention during the time of selection process. For this, I request you to call me. I can come to your home, I can come to your colony, to your shop, your factory, anywhere you want. It doesn't matter whether you have voter ID card or not. If you don't have, then please go and make it. It is good. Check your name in the voting list. You can call helpline number of Election Commission. 1950 is the helpline number, or you can go directly to their website eci.nic.in, or you can call me. You can mail me for any problem. But remember that this is not the ultimate solution. Mere going to vote, even giving 100% vote, is not the solution. What is the mentality behind the selection process? Have you done any testing for your selection process? People are showing debates, you may be watching debates on TV, but all these things are manipulated. There are many political parties who directly gets involved with the TV channels. There are many politicians who are directly involved with they have good relationship with the anchors, or some are directly controlled by some leaders in some political parties, members of some political parties. So you are living in a totally manipulated world. Now you have to take responsibility as I am taking. You have to take out time as I am taking out my time. You have to take out your time. Check, meet all the representatives. Call them personally. Ask them to come to your colony. Talk to them. See the depth of their knowledge. See how much they can answer their question. See their responses. Whether responses are poor, good, do they get irritated during the responses? See all these things. Check him. Know more about him or her. Only then cast your vote. Voting should be the final process. It should not be the first process. There are a lot of processes you have to do. So do that. I would like to tell you something more about me. I was born in Regarpura, Karol Bagh. I am living in New Delhi for the past 20 years. I used to live at Baba Khadak Singh Marg, then Sector 4, New Delhi, and now on R.K. Ashram Road, New Delhi. My mother is in government job. My father passed away due to bad medical facilities in government hospitals. He met an accident, and due to brain hemorrhage there was a strike, doctors strike in government hospital, Ram Manohar Lohia Hospital. So they tied him on the bed, and after 3 days he died. And I have seen many times. Once I saw that a person, an accidental case came, and a person was lying on stretcher, and after half an hour a nurse came with some machine, checked the heartbeat, and they declared that he is dead. So for half an hour there was no care. This is our kind of medical facilities are there in Delhi, and you can think that what would be there in rest of the India. And education wise, we all complained that private education is taking too much. But my dear brothers and sisters, when do you complain for the government education institutions? When do you protest that provide a good education system, a good education, English based education in government schools? If you had protested for that, I do not want to say by protest that you can go on road. Protest means if you have put your children into government institutions and pressure the government, ask the government to make these education institutions as better as any government education system, then you don't have to cry for the high donations in private education system. You have to think about the poor child who is studying in the government education. They are poor because the labor rates are low. So you have to think about the child of the poor who is in the government education system. Only then you can have your children get better education, or you have to keep spending money and your child would go to any private job, then government would raise the taxes, government would take all the money from his or her pocket, or they would spoil the other institutions. You try to escape from the government schools, then you have to escape from the government hospitals, then you have to escape from the public transportation, you have to escape from the all facilities. As you know, water is also going to be privatized, air would be going to be privatized, everything. Yeah, if you escape from your democratic process, if you escape from your responsibilities, if you escape from your responsibility that you have not taken responsibility of the child of the poor person studying in the government school, if you have not corrected those institutions, government institutions, your own institutions, then you cannot correct anything. So you have to start this, and the starting point is the selection process of your representative. And voting is not the final, or it or not the first, it is the last process. You have to go through so many processes, and first I have taken an initiative. You have to go further, you have to call me, talk to me, and then decide, not only me but other people also. As I said, I born in Ragapura Kurulbag, living in this. I have lot of social relations in this area. My school was Paschimia, that is not in this area, but that school was earlier in Patel Nagar and then got shifted to for higher secondary and senior secondary in Paschim Vihar. But lot of students who were living in Patel Nagar area, they studied there. So my schools, my friends, and I was quite active in theatre also. So a lot of friends who were doing theatre, and I was also teaching to school children. A lot of my students are here, not many but few. A lot of relatives are there, a lot of friends are here. I go to Malvi Nagar to do my media work, editing work. One of my friend lives in Greater Kailash. His father is having a law firm. One of my friend lives in Delhi Kent. In Karol Bagh, I have so many relatives, so many friends. In New Delhi area also, Patel Nagar, I have my schoolmates, and some of my colleagues are in Moti Nagar, like friends. So if I come, I would ask these people to also help me in meeting the other things to get done, and my knowledge, my experience, my education, and my morality are the things I can only give, and that is what I think a representative should have. So please vote me, but before that, call me, talk to me, and meet me. Thank you very much. And this is my phone number and my contact details. My phone number is 852 75 33051. Email is sablanian@gmail.com. That is sablanian@gmail.com. If my phone number doesn't work, you can send me a mail, or you can call me on my landline number 2374 4243. Thank you very much.